Gentlemen, could I just ask that if you've got your phones with you, that you have them on silent for the duration of the ceremony? Your parents there. They perhaps sit on the aisle seats, do you think? Yeah. Might be the better view. Is there anyone else who should be sitting? Have you got any aunts, uncles, family members? It's much nicer if the seats are filled though. Sure. We just get some people to fill the seats if there's any, or people who want to move forward. It does look much nicer in the pictures. Thank you. I'm presuming she's coming up with Dad. When he gets up here towards that bottom step, I want you to go down and meet him and shake hands with him. Okay. Before he goes back. Okay. And then sort of help Ash up here, please. Yep.
Do we want a couple more for that side?
Yes.
It'll be Mum and Dad.
Yep.
Can we get four people to fill the seats?
No,
just two.
Like,
got Mum and Dad coming.
Yeah, Blake. Just right. No, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, one more. Anthony or Brett? Yeah. Brett, how's you doing, photo?
Yeah. It's alright. We'll see you soon. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright.
Careful up those stairs, darling.
Oh, we gotta go up.
Come on up one more. Yep. Okay. Okay. All good?
Yeah.
All right. Before we begin today's ceremony, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, the Dharawal people, and I'd like to recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture, and pay respect to elders past, present and emerging. And we must always remember that this land is, was and always will be Aboriginal land. Please be seated if you have a seat. Good afternoon, friends and family. My name is Jamie Borg, and on behalf of Ashlea and Kyle, I'd like to welcome you all here today to celebrate their commitment to each other. This ceremony gives recognition to a union that in many ways has already taken place in the hearts of Ashlea and Kyle, and is a statement of their commitment to each other and to the ideals that they already have and share. While it's important to Ashlea and Kyle to maintain the spirit of today's ceremony, it's also important to them to acknowledge loved ones who aren't with us today. However, Ash and Kyle feel that their love is felt today more than ever. They know that today's ceremony is not magic. It won't create a relationship that doesn't already exist and hasn't already been celebrated in all of the commitments they made to each other, both big and small, in the days since they first met on a warm summer's night at the Illawarra Hotel, through one of Kyle's best mates, who was a colleague of Ash's at the time. Kyle recalls Ash looking gorgeous in a black dress, and she seemed happy, down to earth, and like she just wanted to have fun, even if her dance moves were somewhat questionable. Ash's first impression of Kyle was that he was very handsome, had a beautiful smile, and once they began to chat, his contagious laughter drew her in. As the night progressed and the two groups were chatting, Ash suggested they all go for a swim to the rock pool, and so off they went. Kyle and Ash hit it off from the start, and before too long, they found themselves on their first brekkie date, where they discovered their shared love of Eggs Benny. Kyle recalls licking her entire, I think Ash was licking her entire plate clean. You didn't lick his plate clean too, did you? Wow. Up until this point, Kyle had not yet seen someone in their 20s do this, in public, with no shame. He was hooked. Needless to say, they connected so quickly and talked so easily that the successive days and evenings they spent together were just like that first date. Plenty of laughs and easy conversation. Their relationship has grown in spite of their quirky differences. Ash can be a self-confessed stresshead, but is very prepared as a result, whereas Kyle is easygoing and happy to go with the flow, resulting in him sometimes being unprepared. Ash loves reading books, whereas Kyle prefers to watch the movie. Ash hates sports, Kyle loves all the sports. They balance each other out perfectly and have gone on to build their relationship into what they describe as a collaborative, ambitious, testing, committed, genuine and loving partnership where they have blended two very full and independent lives into one that could be shared. Whether they're spending time with all of you, their friends and family, watching a TV show at home with the dogs, having friends over for games nights, heading to a comedy show together, or even if they're doing absolutely nothing at all, Kyle and Ashlea are genuinely happy simply being in each other's company. They have experienced countless highs together over the years, such as their first overseas holiday together to South Africa for Ash to meet Kyle's family, moving into their first home together, welcoming Buddy and Doug into their home and their hearts, and Ash and Kyle can't wait to see what the future holds. I asked them when they fell in love and how they knew they were in love, and their timelines were quite similar. For Kyle, it was a night listening to music and incorrectly smoking cigars with their friends, having a blast with non-stop laughter, when there was a moment that he locked eyes with Ash and realised he had never met someone who was so happy to be around him and who made him laugh so much. And it was at that moment that he knew he loved her. For Ash, there was no single moment. Rather, Kyle's non-stop care and attention made Ash fall in love with him. He was and is always there to help pick her up and make sure she's okay. And he was easy to fall in love with. And there's a lot each loves about the other. Of Ashlea, Kyle says she is funny, intelligent, loving, and a taskmaster. He admires her incredible work ethic and passion for what she does, which inspires him to achieve more. Ash brings Kyle out of his shell and encourages him to step outside of his comfort zone. He admires how much she cares for and loves her family and friends, and says she would do anything for them. Quite simply, Ash brings out the best in Kyle in every way. She loves him for all of his faults and weaknesses and balances them out with her many strengths. Without her, Kyle says he would not be where he is today and could not imagine a life without her. Of Kyle, Ash says he is kind, strong, logical, motivated, cheeky, and funny. She admires the way he always considers other people's situations and the way he actively listens to people. He has made her a more empathetic person and encourages her to keep her mind open before judging. She admires his strength and ability to keep pushing through even in tough times. His kindness and the way he treats his friends and family. He is always there to help Ashlea achieve her goals, whether it's cooking so she can use the weird and wonderful hours on shift, so she can work her weird and wonderful hours on shift, or pushing her to apply for a job and make progress. He is someone to go home to and be completely herself around. And put simply, Ash's life is richer in every way just for having Kyle by her side. Kyle and Ash have been together long enough to realise that maintaining a happy, fulfilling relationship takes the most strength, the most discipline, the most commitment and the most faith of anything in this life. They know that it's not all smooth sailing. It is a contract, an agreement and a commitment to share life with each other. They've spent 7 years together where they have discussed and negotiated, smiled and cried, agreed and sometimes disagreed. And though they're both quick to admit that neither of them is perfect, they know without a doubt that they are perfect for each other. And it was with the help of a cute little puppy named Doug and Ash's sister Erin when Kyle proposed. Ash was deep into a good book when Kyle asked her to come into the backyard and take a look at something. After sighing and putting the book down, Ash went to the backyard and was greeted by a puppy with a ribbon and a note tied around his neck, which read, "Hi, my name is Doug, and I have just met you, and I love you. Will you marry my dad?" Ash, completely shocked, turned around after reading it to see Kyle on one knee, and it was then that he asked her to become his wife. Of course, a completely surprised and totally elated Ash said yes, and that is exactly what brings us here today. As a civil celebrant, I am authorised to marry you according to the laws of this country. Kyle Johannes and Ashlea Emma Muscat, before you are married in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. With this in mind, Kyle, do you take Ashlea to be your wife? Do you offer her your friendship and loving kindness? Do you promise to honour and respect her growth and freedom as well as your own, give comfort and support, and love and cherish her throughout all the challenges and joys of your shared life?
I do.
Then Kyle, please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Kyle Johannes,
to witness that I, Kyle Johannes,
take you, Ashlea Muscat,
take you, Ashlea Muscat,
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Okay, now you're going to say your vows, which are in bold there. Do you want me to hold this so you can hold her hand?
Oh, yeah, sure. All right. Wow, we're finally here. After COVID postponing the wedding, through all the stress and tears, we made it. Who would have thought that after us having that first breakfast date together all those years ago, we would be standing here today? I won't lie, I was hooked from that day onwards. You have become my lover, my companion, and my best friend. There's no one else I'd want to build a life with or have by my side. I am truly the luckiest man to be able to call you my wife. I vow to trust and value your opinions and stand by your actions. I promise to listen for as long as it takes for you to feel heard. I promise to make you tease sometimes. I promise to love you unconditionally, even when you leave the car without fuel for me to drive. I promise to ask for help when I need it and support you always. Finally, I promise to be your biggest fan, your best friend, partner in crime, and to support a family with you in a home filled with patience, love, laughter, and understanding.
You won.
I did win.
They've gotten quite competitive with their vows, I have to say. And Ashley, do you take Kyle to be your husband? Do you offer him your friendship and loving kindness? Do you promise to honour and respect his growth and freedom as well as your own, give comfort and support, and love and cherish him throughout all the challenges and joys of your shared life?
I do.
Then please repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Ashley Muscat,
to witness that I, Ashley Muscat,
take you, Kyle Johannes,
take you, Kyle Johannes,
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
All right, now these are yours. They're not in bold, sorry, but do you want me to hold that so you can hold a hand?
Do you want me to hold that?
It's up to you. Sorry.
Kyle, I've read hundreds of books that turn beautiful phrases about relationships, life and love. So you think I'd be prepared to put into words my life with you? I'll admit defeat. Nothing that I could ever write would come close to describe everything that you mean to me. Simply put, you make me smile and laugh every day. You make me feel supported and safe. You make me feel loved. I adore your infectious laugh and cheeky grin. I love coming home to you. I'm so proud of the life we have built together. I'm excited to tackle life's challenges head on with you by my side and achieve our goals together. I promise to always tell you that a car needs refueling before you get in it. I promise to make you a tea every day.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I'll keep you to that.
I promise to try not to be a sore loser when you beat me playing board games. And I break that promise. I promise my sore loser period will be short-lived.
Good.
I promise to support you, be your teammate, to listen to your ideas, troubles, and stand by you.
To be a trustworthy
To be a trustworthy partner.
that you can
Sorry.
stand by too.
I promise to be a trustworthy partner and to be a partner that you can stand by as well. I promise to love you and grow with you. As life changes, I will make sure that I continue to show affection and be attentive to the needs of our relationship and family.
I don't know if I did know that.
Do we have the rings?
Yeah, they're both okay.
You can take her left hand and hold that ring there, and then you repeat after me. Ashley, wear this ring
Ashley, wear this ring
with honour and joy
with honour and joy,
as a sign that we are committed to one another
as a sign that we are committed to one another
and to the life we share.
and to the life we share.
That's it, guys. Kyle, wear this ring
Kyle, wear this ring
with honour and joy
with honour and joy
as a sign that we are committed to one another
as a sign that we are committed to one another
and to the life we share.
and to the life we share.
Good fit?
Good fit.
Excellent. Kyle and Ashlea, right now, here in this moment, you have chosen one another just as you are, to share your lives together. And every single person here, take a look out and see who is around you to support you. All of these people honour and celebrate and respect this bond that you have just made. As you have now consented together to lawful marriage in our presence and by the virtue of the authority given to me, I now have the greatest pleasure to declare you are officially husband and wife. Kyle, you may kiss your bride. You do need to pace yourself. It's a very long night and there'll be plenty more kissing, okay? So take it easy now. We are going to sign the paperwork, so I'm going to invite our newlyweds and their 2 witnesses to please come forward and sign the paperwork, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over, guys. Do we have your bouquet?
Thank you very much for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to the couple's mums
for signing the paperwork and making it all 100% official. I think I heard no returns. Is that what you said? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming and congratulating the new Mr. and Mrs. Johannes. Congratulations! Well done, guys. Good work. Woo! All right.